Now, there are three, at least three, and two main, but there are three theaters in which World War III could break out. One is obviously in Ukraine, the second in the Persian Gulf, and maybe even very, very soon indeed, maybe a matter of hours, days. And the third, though less often talked about now, remains China, in the South China Sea, in the Straits of Taiwan. How do you see those three theaters? Tell us, if you will, with your giant brain, what's going to happen in these three places?
Well, first of all, I have to make the statement that this in a way reflects the crisis of liberalism. It reflects the crisis of democratical fundamentalism, and in a way how democracy and liberal values have become more and more authoritarian and oppressive, and in a way their universal liberal project has to be imposed via military means. Okay, so this is a critical failure of liberal values that we are now seeing in, as you mentioned very concisely, in these three fronts, right? So China, mostly because of the importance of microchips and the development technology and how this technology is fundamental for most sovereignty issues. So that's why it became such a hot topic. But then when we talk about the genocide in Palestine and the conflict in Ukraine, is an extension of Anglo-imperial intentions. In a way, they need a military base in the Middle East. We have known this for a very long time. The price of petroleum is very much dictated by geopolitical stability in the region, so they need a stake. They need to be heard and feared in order to maintain a certain level of hegemony. And Russia has always been motherland. Motherland in the sense that their resources values are way too important. The Baltics have been at war since the dawn of civilization. So everybody has been attacking Russia. They have been invaded several times across history. And this is just the most recent iteration of the fact that whoever is dominating the geopolitical environment is trying to reach out into the pockets of Russians and into their reserve of natural resources. Again, this is all implied and very much explained by material conditions. But what is important for me is that people have to always be critical of whatever is the currently dominating meta-narrative that is trying to be imposed upon us. You know, like human rights and, oh my God, we're fighting against dictatorships and we're doing this in the name of democracy and freedom. And it's mostly bullshit, in the sense that what we truly understand from a positive point of view, not normative, but positive in the Kantian way, what positively means democracy today, it's war. Democracy is no longer about freedom of expression or about representing the will of the majority. Demoskrasia, the rule of the majorities. That's no longer truth. Positively measured in the world, democracy is today synonym with imperialism, intervention, and war. This is what we need to be truly aware.